Welcome. I'm Kat, a Scotland-based third culture kid with a passion for slow living, mental health and the art of homemaking. This channel is all about the pilgrimage of life and the journey to finding a sense of home and belonging, no matter where you are in the world. It's been a wee while since I last made a video, so I thought I'd do something a bit different this week and give you all an update of what I've been up to. After graduating university a few months ago, I found myself caught in this whirlwind of studying for a teaching qualification, starting this channel and applying to jobs. After a few weeks of this, inevitably, I've been feeling really tired and was feeling on the verge of burnout actually. So I decided to take some time to slow down and just really reconnect with my values and my vision. Sadly, this week was preceded by one of my rabbits passing away, so that made it feel more important than ever to take a step back, give myself some reflective space and indulge in some slow living pastimes. The first and perhaps the most obvious slow living pastime is walking. I love to walk both alone and with family and friends. With the clocks changing and the weather getting rainier and windier here in Scotland, I was really keen to get outside as much as possible to enjoy the last of the autumn colours. I usually go running a few times a week, so it's been really nice to slow down to a 3 miles per hour pace, enjoy the scenery and allow myself to stop and breathe in the fresh air. Because I'm quite an active person and can get restless quite easily, walking has been a really great way to help me calm my nervous system and have some wide open space to just slow down and think. After coming home from a long walk, one of my favourite things to do is to stick on the kettle and curl up with a good book. I recently heard someone say that there is a direct correlation between the amount of time that a person spends on the internet or looking at a screen and the level of joy that they experience. Now, I can say for myself that is definitely true. So one of my main aims for this last week or two was to avoid the internet as much as possible and switch it out for a good book. My recent books of choice have been some good old Jane Austen classics, Pride and Prejudice and Persuasion. While I know that the characters in these books are from a privileged upper class and I don't want to overly romanticise that time, there is a certain slowness and quietness to the lifestyles described that inspires me to slow down myself. The characters in Jane Austen novels always seem to be either writing and sending letters or receiving and reading letters, so that brings me to my third slow living hobby. I have been letter writing on and off for most of my life, but more so in the last few years as a way to connect with friends around the world. It feels much more mindful than firing off quick messages online, and is a beautiful way to connect with loved ones more personally. From choosing the perfect card to waiting for a reply, everything about the process is slow, and that's what I love about it. I believe that deep connections cannot be rushed. It takes a certain degree of time and intentionality to tell our stories and to listen to other people tell their stories in return. And while letter writing cannot replace face-to-face meetings, it's definitely a really great way to slow down and show someone you care, especially in these days when seeing people in person is not always possible. Now, it would not be a Pilgrim Cat slow living video if I didn't mention food. If you have seen my other videos, you will know that I love to cook and I love to bake. Autumn has given me so much inspiration, and I've been trying lots of new recipes recently, from cumin pumpkin pasta to apple spice cake. I love how baking can be a calming, creative and productive activity all at once, as well as producing wonderful results to share with loved ones. There are many other slow living hobbies I could share, but this is just a snapshot of how I spent the last week, and I have to say I am feeling much more refreshed for it. If this video gave you inspiration or made you smile, do consider checking out my other content and even subscribing. And also, don't forget to like the video, it helps me out so much. As ever, it has been lovely to have you here.